Battlebit Remastered has come to early access and it is fantastic. 256 players, the guns feel great, the movement feels great, you can drag bodies, it has combined arms warfare, proper VoIP integration, destruction, and many more features. Whilst I enjoy the game, it does have some issues that, if addressed, could, in my opinion, elevate it to the next level. The main issue for me is visibility. Built in Unity, Battlebit uses an extremely low detail art style in order to achieve high frame rates with insane amounts of players. The largest issue I've found with the art style is the foliage. Trees and grass are blocky and love to float in the air. It can make firefights in the woods very frustrating. Many times I've been killed from somewhere and the camera zoomed in on a bush that I'd never have spotted someone behind. The fact that the foliage is blocky and the players are blocky compounds the issue. The second issue is the lack of detail within buildings can lead to a lack of depth perception. This can be confusing in the heat of the moment, sometimes leading to not knowing how long a corridor is or where the floor ends and where the wall begins. So how do we fix the visibility issues? Well, we're in a unique position where we can actually find out because there's another low polygon shooter using Unity that we can compare it to. In the Ravenfield workshop, someone has recreated the squad map Al-Basra in incredible detail. If we load it up, we can see Battlebit could look like this in its final form. In this example, each building has perfect depth perception thanks to ambient occlusion, but also some simple texture work. The floor and ceiling are clearly different, the corners slightly shaded, and it looks fantastic. None of this is complicated, nor would it take away from the Battlebit art style. Bullet holes, brick marks, and building damage are all low resolution and add to the atmosphere without adding any computer taxing effects. Smoke columns are simply 2D shapes drifting into the air. If we use this as a basis, we can see how good the game could look without breaking the unique and high performance art style. The next issue I wanted to highlight was the map design. The game has 256 players, but they always seem funneled into a tight area. Flanking can work, but it is usually punished with extensive open ground around the objectives that discourage this behaviour. It can be really fun to join the carnage on the front, but in many games you'll find yourself stuck behind cover with a group of allies firing in several directions with nowhere to go. This can be tense and really fun, but it's also very exhausting. The simple fix for this would be to add a couple more flags in Conquest to spread the players out more. With 256 players, there's always going to be a big battle happening anyway. The final issue I have, and this will be controversial with the Battlebit community, is the Minecraft-style soldier models. Whilst I completely understand the design and the reasons behind it, it does take away from the style of combat it's portraying. The game is fast-paced, with low kill times and decent recoil. This is juxtaposed against a childish aesthetic that performs incredibly but doesn't quite make sense. I understand this is completely subjective, with many people love the art style and the boxy characters. But if we look back to Ravenfield, we can see amazing low polygon character models that really give the game a tactical aesthetic. None of the models are taxing on the CPU or graphics card, the silhouettes look excellent against backdrops and would go a long way to making Battlebit just that little bit more serious and allow more human-like animations. These are my thoughts on the game. I have to stress that overall I think it's a fantastic game and it has a long life ahead of it. The fact that it's made by 3 people is incredible, and I'm so happy to see the game achieving the level of success that it is. That's all from me today. I'll see you in the next video.